wonderful advice, man. We really appreciate that because, we often look to A-listers and
the thing with that is we do want that. We do. You know
and-
what? I'd rather go after somebody who have, Michelle always says this, white guilt money because they out there. And instead of going to, because the A-list, my experience, and I know plenty of people, they always want 90% of what you bring. Right. They go, okay, and what it's in for me, and it's like you got to wait for them. If they're popular, you have to wait for them, their schedule, and there's somebody we all know that does the same thing, and they all come following you. It was a show that they shot in Brooklyn called Money and Violence, Gun and Violence. And what I say to you, James, this is about almost 15 years ago. These guys never took a camera course, a mic. They didn't take any classes. Little local drug dealers decided, let's just shoot a story. When I say that was one of the regrets that I didn't, because I'm from, no, it doesn't look right. The boom mic was in the shot. They used one car for every scene. It was like supposed to be a drama, but it was so funny to me. I'm like, no, they dressed the car up to be an undercover, and MTV came and picked it up. And when MTV came to Foster Projects in Brooklyn, they made the news. They said, we'll give you $250. They laughed at them. They was like, nah, come back with better figures. And then they came back. And they told them, come back again.
Right.
And to me, in my eyes, it was a trash it was guns, violence in the hood, in the elevators. But they did it.
They did it.
Right.
And that's the important thing. They did it.
Did it.
They
So.
did it. And sharing that vital information is great, particularly for our young people out there who are looking to, make moves.
Right.
And we have to keep making moves despite what's coming at us, despite what they say about we don't count or we don't this or whatever. Right. It's all about.
Right.
In fact, did you see the Super Bowl?
Yes, you did. Yes, I loved it.
I did.
Listen. I loved it. I got a Bad Bunny button. I didn't wear it today. Let me tell you why, right? And let me just I'm sure we all agree, right? The fact that this country is so hypocritical. They're just, all right. So they didn't want him to get on the biggest stage and sing in Spanish, right? Then stop taking Major League Baseball players who can't speak English and play baseball.
What about that? Go ahead, Mike. You're preaching.
Stop.
Preach, Mike.
If that's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
And if you could throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball and you're from Venezuela and all the countries they hate, then stop bringing them in. Stop. The number one baseball player, and I didn't research this, but is the guy from Japan, from the Dodgers.
Yes.
I believe he's the number one baseball player.
I think, yes.
Right. He's the number. He comes through. Let him stay in Japan. Let the Spanish-speaking fighters or they have their interpreters. Most guys have their interpreters. Don't bring them here.
So you talk about how hypocritical we are.
Right.
In this country.
So, I know we're going to talk about politics, but when you look at it like that, I was just very impressed with the fact that all the country's flags he represented. Like, he didn't forget nobody.
Yes.
And you can say what you want. I've seen Beyonce's show. I've seen everybody's show. And it was all entertainment and good, but nobody made a social comment or flag. Have flags. The lady that owns the bodega on 249 Metropolitan Avenue, that lady is real. She's a real woman. So for him to snatch her in and put her on the biggest stage, like every year she would go. They make it a big thing in Brooklyn. Every year they try to kick her out, raise her rent up, gentrification, and people come on out. So to see that woman up there, I was like, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
I mean, it was a great. The game was trash, but
exactly.
Other than that, So
yeah.
The one question that I have for God, and I mean, I don't want to ask him anytime soon, but not yet. But the question I would have is, why didn't he make why didn't he make race a term limit, right? Like, why didn't he or she say, and I'm exaggerating, this is gonna be a bit y'all gonna hear on stage soon. Why didn't he say or she say every 6 months everybody change and be the other person? Because he's God. He could have did that, right?
He could have did that.
We're black for 6 months, and then we get a chance to be white, and then we get a chance to be Asian, and we get a chance to be this. Because that would have ruled out discrimination and racism because everybody gets a turn.
Right, exactly.
Right? So if you're white now and you want to treat black people crazy, or we be like, my turn is coming up. When January comes, 2027, I'm gonna remember this. You know what I mean? Like he could have did that. Everybody would have been cool. Everybody would have been all right. Like, you know what? Leave that Asian man alone. He gets his turn in about 2 more years. So it would be no racism or discrimination.
You're right.
I feel like.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of going back to the Valentine's Day thing.
Right.
I think that there's a little discrepancy, or a little unevenness with that.
Right.
It seemed like us as men, we put out more for that.
We do.
We do.
We do. I'm sorry.
We have flowers. We have to buy candy. We have to do this. We have to set up the date. We have to go to, you know, we put out. So how can we kind of even that up a little bit, you know?
Women, you know, listen, I always go back to the first, again, like, this is what I realized about women, my personal experience. They will try to get you to change, right? I feel like they would try to get you to change, right? And I can tell you, I can give you my own testimony, right? I don't do dishes. Where did that come from? I had to clean the bathroom up. I had to anything, bring the grocery in, the laundry in. I had to do all that. My mother never let me do the dishes. Obviously, if I drink a drink, whatever, I'm cleaning out. I've lived by myself. But I just, so in this relationship that I am in, I don't even know why I do dishes, but I do dishes.
See?
I don't know where it comes. And I do it with pride. I don't know the day it happened, but I do dishes, right? So I don't know. I just think women, and I know we're talking about Valentine's Day, women find a way to make you do something.
Right. But, you know, I'm really just kidding. I don't think there's no leveling up when it comes to Valentine's Day. Well, not so much with our women who really take care of us men,
right?
You know, for the most part, and our kids and our society.
Right.
Women, as they say, rule the world.
I believe that. I do believe that. And yeah, I do. But then, okay, I know but then what about those? Okay. So what I teach my daughters, I say, make sure you have your stuff together, right? I tell them, make sure you got your stuff together. And if this person you meet and fall in love with, whoever they are, if they left you, you won't be in trouble, right? So I'm like, bring your stuff. But then you got some women, like one day I helped this lady some years ago. I opened the door for her. And she was like, I didn't ask you to do that. So was that being toxic? Was that showing her she wasn't, I get confused sometimes today in 2026. I don't know which one, you know, and then some women's like, I'm just as equal. So I could ask you a question, right?
Yes, of course.
Do you feel like men and women are equal and women should be equal to men?
I definitely feel like.
Okay, I feel that, right?
Most definitely.
But I also feel like, there's some things that I can't teach my daughters.
Yes.
That I hands down, right?
Right.
There's some things. You could read all the books in the world, right? Right. And so I've dated women, and I know this is I dated in the past, whereas they took half as I could drive the car and I could do this and I could pay my own thing. And then when there's a flat tire in a car,
they want you to get out.
Right. This is the time they go, no, I'm not that half. I don't want that part of the half. It's confusing. But I think women do.
But you're right. And we can, we share responsibilities.
Right. I think
so. When it's time to hit the, do some cooking in the kitchen so they could do some of that better. So. But I think all in all, when it comes to us as beings, human rights, all that, yes,
I do. I feel the same way.
Certainly.
I feel the same way. But yeah, I do. I feel the same way. But again, I was born in the 60s. 6 sisters, the youngest one.
Yes.
And it was just different then.
Sure.
It was I always say on stage, and I think you heard me say this at the public. My mother didn't raise me. The way she raised me doesn't go with today's society. It just doesn't go. Right. So did she raise me wrong? It
was just a different time.
You know what I mean? It was just like, did she raise me wrong? I don't know, because I still have a lot of that with me. Mm-hmm. And did she raise me wrong? Some people.
She did. She did the best that she can do.
Right.
And we accept that. But I do think that we need to be flexible.
Right.
We need to be open to new ideas. New way of living.
Yes.
And that's the thing with this administration. They want to take us back.
Let's
go back.
That part.
No, there's no going back.
Yeah, that and my son is militant, so he's real militant in school.
Yes.
And I share and I'm glad he does go to a good school, Eagle Academy.
All right.
School for boys, black boys and boys. So he's doing and I have to say this, he's doing extremely well.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's
that.
right. I mean, other than the cheating with the chat GPT, he's on the honor roll. He's playing basketball, and it's revealing to me how a kid who struggled in math is getting 90s in math. Mm-hmm. And I wish I could say it was a magician that's doing it, but they really look out for them boys. They really look out for them boys.
That's great. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm delighted to have you here. And like I said thank you very much.
Anytime.
Being my first celebrity guest.
Thank you.
Please tell my kids that. With Dr.
Please
McKnight.
Tell my kids that. Because your kids,
And like you said, it's the most appropriate guest.
Yes.
Someone who's dynamic.
I appreciate that.
Who has, views on certain things. But your views, and you express those with us, and we certainly appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I think we've all learned quite a bit from that.
Right. So what was your takeaway?
My takeaway is
from what did you find out about me today that you never knew that made
in
you
fact,
go,
that was one of our questions too. Is like, share something about, Mike, you always present yourself as being very vulnerable.
Okay.
And seeing you on stage as a comedian, just kind of talking a little bit more about your past, where you came, where you've come from. Like you said, the way your mother raised you, and you've had to try to adjust to some of that. And man, you have, from listening to you on stage. And so we certainly can appreciate that. And I think that, just giving of yourself, you've done that for so many years, encouraging other comedians.
Yeah.
You're the standard.
I appreciate that.
I really do. You're the standard, definitely. And so we certainly want to let our guests know that, like I said, this is a new year. Right. And, people start making resolutions and setting goals. And sometimes those things, you can't stick to those things. And that's not just, that's all of us. That's me too. So I do want to say to them that sometimes you can just start over, which is, I find myself doing quite a bit.
Right.
I've set some goals and want to do certain things, and it didn't transpires. But I just said, well, you know what? Let me just start over here.
I like that. You know what I say? I read it every day. I says, I'm very thankful, and I do this every morning. I said, and I'm thankful because God has given me another day to change what I didn't like about myself yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
So, and I'll reflect on something that I did yesterday, and because I'm always doing something, and go, well, today I don't want to do that. Right. So this is like you said, a brand new day.
Right.
To not do what I did yesterday.
Certainly. And so we hope that our audience have, I'm sure they've gained a lot in listening to you on Hats Off. And we want them to know that we're here for them.
Right.
We will continue to post different episodes of Hats Off with guests like yourself, so that we can continue to talk about men's mental health and share other things too. I mean, we're multifaceted.
Yeah, this feels great. This feels it feels natural.
Right.
Which is great. It feels
and
natural.
I felt good talking to you too.
Yeah, it feels natural.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Before we go, we'd like to take time out and say thanks to our podcast community recording here in Harlem, who worked to bring you this episode. Thanks to producers Leonard DePlunk, Paula Farmer, and Jack Hamill. Jack and Leonard on the soundboard and camera are tech heads. Vanessa McKnight and Cheney McKnight. Stephen Williams, who is mostly in the shadows these days. David Aaron of Short Memory Records for allowing us to use of that sweet jazz number Soy Sauce. And a very special Harlem thank you to international comedian Brooklyn Mike Troy. Thanks for being with us, Brooklyn Mike. You have been listening to Hats Off with Dr. James McKnight. Be well. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult with a healthcare professional regarding any health conditions or concerns. Help is available. Speak with someone today. Dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Languages are in English and Spanish. Hours are 24/7. If you need help, please speak with someone today.